working outline. We're maybe occasionally visiting it where we'd want the pole to be the highest point and we want him really working and putting a lot more energy into his stride. At the moment we're still educating him to use his muscles at equal tension. As I touched on the theory, he's a little bit like Rebecca's second horse. He only uses his brachiocephalic muscle to propel his front legs along, which means there's a lot more up and down and not enough forward. And that's from, you know, him being a stallion and running up and down looking over fences for mares. He's, you know, habitually got used to using that muscle a bit more as he's been moving along. So I've done an awful lot of the exercise that you've seen me doing to try and get him to relax. A lot of exaggerating, flexing one way, letting him take that stretch as far down as he feels he can, being ready to adjust my balance back so that he has the confidence to take the stretch down. So we do an awful lot of work at the moment in a long and low outline. So for competing, that isn't where I'd want him, but it's a good way of just getting him to use his muscles correctly to try and make up for good boy. You can see Dan tried to make it a lot easier for you to see. He's been pulling Apollo's mane. They've been in stables next to each other. You can see he's got a few wrinkles. He had a lot more wrinkles there. So this muscle was much more developed than I wanted, and this muscle here, not enough. So I showed him the rhythm that I want him to keep as he goes from the walk into the trot, and I've showed him the posture that I want him to keep as I go from the walk to the trot, and then I'm trying not to do it unless I need to correct him. So I'm trying to see how much has he learned himself now that we've just got a little bit more focus and he's been shown what it is that I want. So I don't want to be doing anything as a rider unless I absolutely have to. And I want to have the confidence to allow him to have the confidence to actually think, okay, this is what she's after. And there's still a little head shake in that, neck shake in that transition, but he's not coming up and back at me as much as he was. And there where we'd like to look at the motorbike, that's when you just say, hey, give me a little bit more stretch there, just to get his focus back on what I want.